What's up guys, BMS Kid 227 here doing a tutorial on how to solve this fully functional 3x3x4 cube for you cube. I did a review on it already and a disassembly and reassembly tutorial, and now I'm going to be telling you how to solve it. It's really easy to solve. It's not at all like solving a 3x3 or a 4x4. Like literally, you can't use it because any of the algorithms because it doesn't shapeshift. But it's still very easy. There's only, I want to say 6 or 7 new algorithms that you need to know. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to start off by solving this first. Well, I always start with the white side on the bottom, so we're going to start with this first. And then you do the top middle with solving the corners first. And then you're going to solve the bottom by solving the edges first. I don't know why my camera's keying it out. Then you do the corners, and then you're going to do the top layer, corners first, just like with this layer. And then you do middles last. And then if you have the parity, I'll show you how to do parity. And if not, I'll put it. Alright, your cube is scrambled now. So, yeah. Let's just go ahead and go for it. So with white on the bottom, you're going to want to put these edges in first, or centers in place first. Those, that, and that all need to be in the right place. So with white on the bottom, you just want to put it in piece in place. Well, you see red's already in place. Actually, there's a lot in place, but they're not all in the right place. So what you can do is, see red's right there. Well, red is to the right of blue on the color scheme with white on the bottom. So you bring blue over the spot that needs to go, and just bring it down. And now blue is right there, and red is to the right of it. When you go over here, there needs to be orange, right there. Orange is there. If not, find it in this top layer and bring it down. And then green is across from blue, so you find a green piece right there, whatever one. Just bring it down. Now you're gonna have all the middles, blue across from green, red to the right of blue, and orange across from red. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna just put the edges in place. Now what you do is you find two edges, orange and green. We're going to find those. There's orange and green, but you want them opposite, because if they're not opposite, then it won't work, because you do the algorithm. It'll put them in place, but it'll put them in the wrong place. So, green and orange is opposite, and green is opposite. So what you do is you're going to look at it with green as your front, and orange as your right. R, U, R, U, I, R. And that'll put your corner in place. And then you just do it for the rest of them. And most of mine are already solved, which is bad, but I should show you. And it's the same algorithm for all of them. So, red and blue, blue and red. R, U, R, U, I, R. So go ahead and pause the video, because now I have a strand. If you don't have it, go ahead and pause, rewind, look at that algorithm. It's whatever. Okay, so now we're going to be doing the corners first on this layer. And I already have 2 solved, but I don't have the rest. And if you already have 2 solved, then you're going to put your solved ones to the left and do the algorithm. But if you don't have any solved, then you just do the algorithm and get 2 solved. And then if you have them adjacent from each other, do the algorithm. It'll solve 2, and then you just do it like this. So basically, if you don't have 2 solved, then you have to solve 2 and then solve the rest. So what you do with the solved ones on the left, R, U, R, U, I, R, U, I, D, R, U, I, R, U, R. And that should have solved all your corners. And it did. And pause the video, go back if you need to. Now, to solve the middles, there's only 2 possible algorithms. If you need to switch them from front to back, there's one algorithm. If they switch adjacently, there's another algorithm. And in this case, I don't have any that are going to switch front to back if I did it right. So I'll just show you the front to back one. Okay, so the adjacent one is switching 2 of them adjacently. And that is R, U, R, U, R, U2, R, U2, R, U, R, U, I, R. That should have swapped them. And I have the same thing for this side, but I want to show you guys the switching from front to back. Alright, so we have, this is another case with 3 of them unsolved, but 1 is solved. So you have that unsolved, and that unsolved. So what you can do is you can see that orange is over there, and blue is right there. So blue can go there, so you can just switch from front to back. So you look at it, go R, U2, R, U2, R, U2. And that's the front to back algorithm switcher. And then you just do the R, U, R, U, R, U2, R, U2, R, U, R, UI, R. That's a pretty long algorithm. Not one that I prefer, so I try to do the front to back as much as possible. But it happens. So now, pause the video, whatever, blah blah, you know the whole speech. Now we're going to solve these bottom ones. And wow, this is bad. As you can see, I already have 2 of them solved, but the rest of them aren't solved. So what you do is you hover over, and you see, oh, okay, so there's orange. You just bring it down, and then that's gonna mess them up. Well, what you could do is you could bring over blue or green, and just bring that over, and swap them the next time around. But we're not gonna do that. There's a much easier way. I have no idea what I just did. That's crazy. Okay, my bad. There's a much easier way to get it without screwing things up. What you do is you look at it, the orange is in the front, so you move it over to the right or the left, whichever way you please, bring it down, bring it into the slot, and bring it back up. Now nothing's messed up, and it's there. So you have green left, do the same thing in green. Bring it up, over, down, and then we have red. Oh, I put stuff in the wrong place. That's whatever. Up, over, down. And that should solve all of the cross on the bottom. Yeah. Alright. So now we're going to do the corners. So you look for a corner that's going to go in place. It's going to be opposite. So if it's not opposite, then there's something wrong. You did something completely wrong. Maybe you disassembled it and reassembled it wrong. I don't know. Don't even know how you would go about that. So now you're going to hover it over the place it needs to go. Green, orange, green, orange. So you look at it, just bring your right, up, left, front, you know. You're going to do R, U, so only the top U, R, U, R, UI, R. It's the same algorithm that we did for putting these edges in place. Now, it's going to mess it up. That's obvious. So what you do is, instead of moving this to the place it needs to go, keep that over the broken piece and bring the edges over where it needs to go. So blue, orange, messed up pieces. So you do it again, R, U, R, UI, R. And that fixed it. And then, so then you have 2 more, and then just do it, hover it over R, U, R, UI, R. Messed it up, so bring it over, R, U, R, UI, R. And if you get lucky like I did, it's going to be like that. But if you got unlucky, where it's all completely good, except for you have 1 corner up top, and you know it's going to mess it up for certain, you just bring it out of the way, and you do the algorithm with the piece that needs the open piece on the bottom. So you go R, U, R, UI, R, and then I'll mess it up. So then you bring the white piece back over, R, U, R, UI, R. And that's pretty much all the situations you can have for that. So now we're on to the top layer. And we're going to solve it just like we solved this, with corners first. I already have 2 corners, and it's literally the same exact algorithm. You find 2 corners, and then put the 2 corners to the left and do the algorithm. Except for you're only moving the top and bottom layer, not the top and bottom layers. R, U, R, UI, R, UID, R, UI, R, U, R. You just put D back where it goes. So I see right here, orange and blue, orange and orange. I can do front to back, which is always good. Okay, now it's going to mess 2 up. It's going to essentially give you what the parity area is. So you see I have that three corner thing again, where 3 of the corners are unsolved. And I can just do RU2, RU2, RU2. But what you want to make sure is the R layer that you turn is one of the messed up ones. And then the other one is on the other side. So RU2, RU2, RU2. Because that'll fix it. And if you don't fix it, you're going to create another one, and then when you get to the end, you're just going to screw yourself over. Have to do the parity error like 1,000 times or whatever. I guess. So I did Jason one. Same exact one. RU, RU, RU2, RU2, RU, RUI, R. And if doing that solved your cube, good job. Write the algorithms down, memorize them. I think it's like 6 or 7 algorithms. You're good. Now, eventually you will get the parity error, which I just got. Which is basically where you got this whole chunk solved, and then these two just need to be flipped. But if you flip them, it's going to mess those up. So what you do with the 2 messed up sides to the right and the left, U2, and I mean both top and bottom, U2, R, F, just the middle U2, so you hold the top layer, U2, F, R, U2. And that should solve it. And I'm pretty sure that I explained all the occurrences that can happen, like all the situations. I explained everything correctly, I believe. If there's anything wrong that you saw, comment or send me a comment on my page or comment on this video, or if you need extra help, comment and I'll make another video and show you something more clearly if you need it. Other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how you solve a fully functional 3x3x4, and I hope you liked it. So if you liked the video, obviously like it and subscribe, and hopefully one day I'm gonna do a tutorial on this, but I don't know. I know how to solve it, I just don't really want to do a tutorial on it per se. And yeah, see you later, YouTube.